Okay, so I think we are back. Yep, special guests. I mean, it's not just us. We have a little more coming. We have one more person coming. But yeah, just wanted to kind of explain what the Kizuna project members are gonna do from this point on while we wait for other guests. Hopefully you guys could hear the audio fine. You know, kind of change the settings a little bit. But once again, Kenji from Riichi Mahjong Central, a member of the Kizuna project. We also have, go ahead, next person wants to self-introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Junko.
Junko from LAPOM, and also MJ Stars. Also have Masa. So if you guys are on the Discord channel, you know, obviously Masa's been doing a lot of the communicating within you guys, a lot of stuff. So we just wanted to introduce the members as we bring in our fourth member of the Kizuna project. Here we go. Misa-san, ご無沙汰してます。
どうも
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
Okay, so our special guest for today is Misa Kobayashi. Round of applause.
What?
Round of.
Oh, okay. I mistyped my name. Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
大丈夫です。
ありがとうございます。どうもやってまいりました。
はい。OK。じゃあ、どうしようか。ちょっとじゃあ、小水さん、世界プレイヤーに自己紹介の方をお願いします。
わかりました。Hello everyone, my name is Misa Kobayashi. I'm from Tokyo. People called me Kobamisa, so please call me Kobamisa. And I'm from I'm in Tokyo, and I am a voice actress. And at the same time, some of you might know me, but I'm an official MC and comment on M League. I'm a big fan of Mahjong, so I want to. Have you talked about our project? Our new project?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Okay. So. じゃあとりあえず今はここまでで。
はい。
Okay, so as you guys remember, as you guys may have seen her in the M Leagues, for those of you who are subscribed, Misa Kobayashi is our special guest. As she mentioned, you know, one of the voices of Mahjong in Japan, one of the voices of M League. So we are, you know, we can't thank her enough to be part of this, not only this live stream, but we have a few projects. Obviously, you guys know the Kizuna project has been moving on for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. It's been a while. And so among the four of us, we were, you know, talking about things. We see a positive movement going towards the English community outside of Japan. And Kobamisa, you know, kind of gave us this little idea. Can we do something? Can we start something together? So we have decided to start a new YouTube channel. The Kizuna project channel is officially announced on International Mahjong Day. So there's so many things that we could talk about, so many things. But where should we start? Masa-san, did you want to start with what the concept is, a little more in detail what the concept is, what the viewers could look forward to on this channel?
I think we are focusing on something interesting, not only like Mahjong educational stuff. Of course, we're gonna do some educational stuff, but at the same time, we try to do some funny stuff. And also, I think Misa-san could work in Japan so that she could bring a lot of news into the world. That's the concept.
Yep. So because, well, myself, Junko, and Masa, we are here in the United States, right? So there's a lot of things that we could showcase to the world from our perspective. But Riichi Mahjong is a Japanese style Mahjong. which means the motherland is in Japan when it comes to this specific rule set. There are only a handful of players within the Mahjong community in Japan that could speak both English and Japanese at a fluent level. We believe Kobamisa's at the top of the list, so we are more than happy. We can't thank her enough to be part of this project. So as Masa-san mentioned, we're gonna be doing a lot of content on YouTube. Not only educational stuff, but some entertainment-based stuff, still connecting into Mahjong, and we believe that by doing this, we could, maybe reach out to more players that aren't familiar with Mahjong just yet, but we could, maybe lure them into this wonderful community. So that's what we're planning to do as a whole. Here in the US, we are going to be doing some travel videos, how we could implement that with Mahjong. That's some of the stuff that we're planning to do. Misa Kobayashi, can you explain some of the ideas that you have, what you could deliver in Japan?
Okay. In Japan, I could report the Riichi Mahjong scenes in Japan, of course, professional scenes and amateur scenes, and maybe internet Mahjong scene. And there are a lot of fun events and competitions in Japan, so I hope I could report that kind of Mahjong events. And of course, Mahjong tools, and maybe, what can I say, celebrities who like Mahjong.
That sounds cool. Even though my English, I still learning English, and of course I'm not so fluent, and I still cannot express less than 10% of my thought in English, but I want to have fun with you from all over the world, and I hope to see you in my videos again, and make a lot of friends, Mahjong friends all over the world. I hope so. And I'm wondering how many of the viewers play the Sega Mahjong.
Oh, in Japan?
Yeah, she's the one of the commentator.
Yes.
Sega MJ2.
So you could choose Kobamisa's voice to commentate on your game if you play Sega MJ. So we have one of the main voices, here to participate with us. So as you've heard from her firsthand, she might be interviewing celebrities that includes pros, I believe, pro players, celebrities that's Mahjong related, maybe certain manga authors, maybe. I'm not gonna say any names, but the viewers should know a few names that's popping into mind. Yes. So Kobamisa will be negotiating some of the videos, having them on our channel as well. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. Kobamisa, obviously you were on a separate live stream earlier today in Japan, celebrating Mahjong Day, Ai no Hi in Japan. The Surushi Night channel is obviously one of the fan favorite ones. That channel, I don't know if any of the viewers right now saw it, but there was a VTuber, Kusunoki Shio. Yes. So you were able to play with her.
Yes.
Yes. Because she is a VTuber, can you explain how you were able to play with her?
We played Mahjong yesterday because
it's the second over there in Japan. Yes.
It's morning in Japan. Yesterday I played with her, both using real Mahjong table and internet Mahjong at the same time. We played real Mahjong by. Do you know Doppo?
Oh, Doppo. Yes, one of my favorite players.
Doppo played like her. Doppo 彼女の手となって
Oh, okay. So Doppo
physical.
was her hands. So
Yeah,
he was
basically.
discarding, drawing, and discarding for her.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She was-
Kusunoki Shio was saying what to discard.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, let's discard. Yeah.
Mm.
P.
Interesting. So
Like that.
you were able to see how she actually looks like
Oh.
behind the camera.
Yes. But I can't talk about her appearance.
Okay, I see. Maybe for some of the fans out there, because I remember in the Kizuna Cup, some players mentioned that Kusunoki Shio was one of the channels that they watched. Because she is a VTuber, maybe a quick question. Is she as cute as she appears on as a VTuber?
Of
She,
course.
oh,
she
just as cute. Okay, so that would maybe, give you guys some imagination on how she actually looks like.
She has very cute face and cute voice and kind personality.
Awesome.
Very kind.
It's not every day you get to play with a VTuber, but in the CROSS Cup, if you make it into the quarterfinal, the main matches, not Kusunoki Shio, but Mecha Zeto is one of the guests.
Oh.
So you will be able to play on his team or against his team. So this is going to be pretty interesting.
I've known
Yep.
him
Yeah.
since I'm in university.
Oh. Same university.
Sorry?
今ちょっと聞こえ音声が途切れてしまいました。
I've known Mecha Zetan since I was in university.
Oh, same school? Same friends? Same school?
Yes, we are colleagues in Mahjong.
Oh, okay. This is new information. I didn't know.
Maybe more than 10 years, 12,
Wow.
13 years.
Interesting. So Mecha Zeto has been in the Mahjong scene before he became a VTuber.
Yeah, of
Mm.
course.
Interesting. So those information I don't think we could get, but maybe with one of the episodes, Kobamisa can maybe interview him in person
Yeah.
and ask some questions how they were in, back in college, back in university. Might be interesting.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe that's why he became a VTuber instead. Who knows? A lot of things that we don't know. Okay. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. Komamisa, I believe you said you have work after this. You have to go to.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah. So even after the live stream yesterday, you went to Octagon, Mahjong Octagon, as a guest as well. So a guest on YouTube and also guest at a physical Mahjong location. Was the Octagon, for those of you who don't know, Mahjong Octagon is it's a Mahjong school. It's a nice venue. A lot of pros are there to teach new people. They also teach players who already know the rules. I was able to go there once. Yamato Pro from JPML, the very tall, handsome guy, good-looking guy. He was the teacher, and it was very fun, very entertaining. It made me want to go again. But when you went there yesterday, was it a tournament or was it just the school, or just the class? Oh. なるほど。Okay, so it wasn't an event, it was just a regular operation day and you just went there. I see. That's good to celebrate Mahjong Day in Japan. Playing Mahjong, both online and in person. So that's
Yes.
very
I
jealous,
had a
very
good day
envious.
yesterday.
So Oh, Junko has a question.
Octagon is located in front of the TGI Friday, right?
Sorry?
TGI Friday.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very near TGI Fridays in
So-
Shibuya.
So,
No,
if any visitors from the US go to Octagon, they could eat at a familiar place. They could go to TGI Fridays.
that's right.
Okay, I see. Oh, maybe have dinner with one of the instructors. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But that'll be interesting. Another thing is, well, Mahjong Day, Mahjong no Hi in Japan, it's been there for a while, but it seems like this year there's more events and more people participating in Mahjong Day in Japan. Did you feel any difference between this year and last year and the previous years?
Not really, but it's getting more and more events, exciting events.
It's getting more known, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, Mahjong no Hi. So yeah, the person who created Mahjong Day in Japan is one of the main hosts for the CROSS Cup as well. So it's great that we were able to collaborate with him.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Let's see. Any other questions? Because I know Kobamisa is tight on time. Yes, Junko.
So, she is a negotiator, right? Then, do we have a chance to get a big present? I've heard that.
Oh. From who?
Insider information.
Yeah, spoiler.
Okay, so that is something that we could look forward to. So, a big present event or video filmed by Kobamisa is gonna come, not sure when per se, but it's in the works. There's gonna be a very, very big, I think, 目玉商品って何？目玉 featured, one of the featured videos. We believe this is going to be one of the featured videos that's going to last on the channel for a long time. It's going to be very interesting.
Misa Kobayashi. She's the one. She's the key guy.
So yes, that series is probably going to be called Negotiator Kobamisa or something along that line. So the channel is it public? Masa-san, is it public?
Yes, it is, but no, we haven't uploaded it.
Okay, no contents just yet. Okay.
But I just post on the link in the comments.
Okay, so Masa's gonna put the link to the KIZUNA project channel on the comments right now. So once we announce the first, or once we upload the first video, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel so you'll be first in line to get that video. Of course, subscribe, thumbs up on everything, share it if you can. This channel, because we believe this is gonna be the maybe not first, but it's gonna be the most consistent English and Japanese Mahjong related video out there. So we're confident that we're gonna be able to deliver. We're confident that you'll enjoy this. And we're confident that we're gonna enjoy making these videos, and that should show in the videos as well. So for us here in the US, we already filmed a little bit. We filmed some videos already. We're not gonna announce what those are, but it is Mahjong related. There is Mahjong games involved. There's a lot of heated matches, stuff to look forward to, a lot of big comebacks. Not scripted in any way, so just to let you guys know, this is all pure footage. So yeah, I think if the chat has any questions for Kobamisa before she takes off. There's not too many people on right now because you guys are focused on the matches, I believe. So
See?
yeah, so that's a good thing. But this will be archived, so if you guys watch this later, that's fine. make sure you guys subscribe to not only this channel, LAPOM's channel, also the KIZUNA project, upcoming KIZUNA project channel as well. Kobamisa has Twitter.
Yeah.
So follow her on Twitter if you guys have any other social media that you want to share with everybody, or is Twitter the main one that you use?
Yes.
Twitter is the main one. Okay, so the best way to connect is through Twitter. And next to her name, I think it's still there, but it says English okay as well. So feel free to message her if there's any, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any ideas.
Yeah, ideas.
Yeah, feel free to tag her, message her, and we'll try to make it happen.
Please.
Okay, so last but not least, Kobamisa, if you have any question or any last mentions, any last words for our viewers right now?
Okay, as Kenji mentioned, but I'm always want to hear from you, and what do you want to know about Tokyo's Mahjong scene, or Mahjong pros, or Mahjong celebrities? I will do a Twitter account. I can't find where to
Don't worry.
type.
Yeah, I already posted
Okay.
on the
Oh,
Alright.
thank you.
It's already
So feel
posted.
free to contact me anytime, and I hope to see you again in our videos. KIZUNA project channel, right?
Yes.
Okay, again, it's not you can message pros directly, but in English. And ones that would actually respond, I don't think there's too many of them. So this is a special treat, guys. Look forward to the KIZUNA project channel, and you'll see a lot of Kobamisa on the channel as well. So KIZUNA で締めますか、いつもの。
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna close this interview with our usual. You see the word right here. Okay, じゃあ3、2、1でいきます。3、2、1、KIZUNA!
KIZUNA!
Okay! お疲れ様です。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
仕事頑張ってください。
Okay, so that was a special guest. Can't thank her enough. Kobayashi Misa, or Misa Kobayashi, more commonly known as Kobamisa, is officially going to be working with us through the KIZUNA project YouTube channel, which has now been released. That information has been released to the public. Masa put the link in the description below. Make sure you guys subscribe to that one. If anything, subscribe to that one more than subscribing to mine. Maybe. It's that important. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Insider information from Japan. Yes, Masa has.
Probably many of the players from overseas, they might don't know what's the potential with working with Misa. So let's talk about what we can do and how famous she is.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So first of all, Kobamisa has been she's a former pro. She's a former pro with Saiko-isen Japan Pro Mahjong Association. Same, organization with Asapin, Doppo, Akina Mizuharu, who won the Kizuna Cup the other day. So they're all within that organization. Kobamisa is no longer a pro. She's focusing on other stuff. As she mentioned, she is a voice actress. So you might have watched an anime that she actually voiced. Who knows? Maybe go check who the cast is. She might be there. She's also the voice, emceeing pretty much all the major matches, right? RTD, she's been emceeing. M League, she's one of the main voices there. We mentioned Sega MJ, she's one of the voice characters there as well. So she is widely known. And she's very, obviously, you could tell that she's very friendly as well, right? So that means if she's friendly, she could pretty much talk to anyone. No, we haven't heard a single person say anything negative about Kobamisa. That's one for sure. Her English skills are up there, right? there are several pros who, are English natives and speak Japanese as well, and they have content as well. But this is the first time somebody in the Mahjong scene over there reached out to us directly saying that, let's do something together. So we're always accessible. If you guys have any questions, you guys know how to reach us. Koba Misa is now within your network. Technically, she's in the network now. So if you have any questions, you won't have to go through us. It's not like we're the gatekeepers of anything. We're not that. Because she could respond easily in English, she is now part of the community as a whole. So I can't say enough about her. She is I'm more than thankful and grateful to have her on board and finally being able to collaborate with her with different projects. So yeah, that's what I have to say about her. Any additional thoughts? Oh. I'll take that as a no.
That's it.
Okay, got it. Well, okay, so that was a special guest. That was a special announcement. Once again, link is down below. Go ahead and subscribe. There's no videos in there yet, but go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel for the KIZUNA project. So that's one. Second part of the KIZUNA project. This is something separate than the YouTube channel that we just mentioned. So if you guys have been on the KIZUNA Discord channel since the KIZUNA Cup, you guys probably know what we're going to be talking about next. It's the project concept. So we have been hosting some webinars. I mentioned this earlier in today's live stream. We had Genki Hirasawa. We had him on as a guest host. We had Makoto Fukuchi, aka Fukuchi Sensei, hosting the Grandmaster series. And we'd like to continue. We would like to continue with these webinars if there's demand. As long as there's demand, we will continue. So we're waiting on some feedback. We want to see if there is still a decent amount of demand for these webinars. But if there is, there's a little hiccup. There is a little hiccup. So the thing is, having these guest speakers, some of them, they might be able to do it for free because they want the English community to grow. But for the most part, we mentioned this in the end of the Grandmaster series, but they're pretty much taking like 2 or 3 hours out of their day, usually early in the morning in Japan, because the average time that we host it is more catered towards the Western audience. But it's hard to ask them to do this for free. It's pretty hard. So we usually try to say, show our gratitude, say thank you by giving them money. Usually, if we want them to be a guest player or guest at an event, we usually have to pay them X amount, and it's pretty much a standard fee. And that's how they make a living. That's how they are able to continue to do what they do. So we want to pay our guests, right? We definitely want to pay our guests. And to do so far we've been paying it out of our pockets. Thank you to those who donated, first of all. Thank you for those who donated, but it's a majority of the fee has been coming out of our pockets. So
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
yeah,
We're working hard and then we're paying.
yeah. So yeah, on top of what we do normally, on a regular basis, right? So we all have our individual jobs outside of Mahjong, and then on those days off, we, you guys host LAPOM. You guys open the dojo, even though the pandemic is a little tough right now, but you guys host a lot of online meetings. You guys host a lot of events. Junko is teaching Mahjong online virtually right now, which is a lot of positive reviews. I was able to take one of the classes and I immediately saw results. right? This is again I mentioned this earlier in today's live stream, but going back to the basics. Some stuff you've read or some theories you've may watched on YouTube, you input it once, but it just stops there, right? You have to output it. You have to put what you learned into practice. Winning a game is important, of course, but especially if it's a ranking game. But if you learn tile efficiency, you have to implement that in your game. Otherwise, the output won't work. So, Junko and Masa are teaching players right now. I was able to take the class. I was able to see immediate results. I'm looking forward to future ones as well. But going back to the topic, they are also working what they do. Riichi, Mahjong Central, myself, I do stuff aside from my regular work. And the KIZUNA project is a third thing that we have. We decided to do this because we believe that this is going to be beneficial to the community. We strongly believe that this is required or this is needed, right? And we're not pros. We have experience. We all have our own expertise, right? We're good at something. So that's why all three of us came together. We put our brains, we put our knowledge, we put our time together to provide this new project. But the only thing that we don't have right now to make this a reality is, unfortunately, money. Unfortunately, that is something that we don't have. We pretty much spent most of what we have right now. So that's why we want to kind of gauge if there's still demand for the webinars. We will. But having an open donation format, we tested it out with the last webinar, but it still wasn't enough. So we are going to start a Patreon page. Was recommended by one of the members of the KIZUNA project. So we're gonna go, we already have that up. We're fine tuning it. We're gonna send a message out through the Discord channel and email you guys, explain in words and sentences in writing why we're gonna have to do this. But this is a great opportunity, so we just decided to say this over the air. Translators, money is one thing. We believe it's a necessity, but the guests have to be paid. We want them to come back, and how would they come back is one, there's a lot of people who are interested in what they're saying, and they get paid for it. It's essentially a job. What they did for us in the webinar is what they do in Japan, and of course it's not free, they charge. So same thing, we're no exception. We don't want to impose on anything. We want to pay them. So should we go through the details?
Yeah.
Might as well. Okay, so we'll go through the details. So what we thought is, from this point on, first of all, we need to know if there's still demand for the webinars. If there is, we'll progress with volume 2 of both the Master Series and the Grandmaster Series. Each of them are catered towards a specific audience. We are only at the tip of the iceberg. We're gonna go in deeper conversations. For those who thought it wasn't enough, we're gonna go in deeper conversations, so don't worry. You're gonna be challenged at some point. So the webinars are gonna be $20 per session. If you sign up on the Patreon pages, it's gonna be $10 a month. Does that make sense so far? $20 for non-members, $10 for memberships. So essentially, if you sign up and pledge yourself to the Patreon page, you're gonna get access to the webinars half off. That's perk number 1. That itself is already worth it. Meaning we're planning to do, and we want to have a guest come over and host a webinar once a month, at least once a month. That's what our goal is. So imagine that within a year, how good your knowledge would be. You guys always say or ask us strategy books, contents. This is coming straight from the source, so this is pretty damn good. for Kizuna Project Patreon members, not only you'll get a half off the webinar, you'll also get access to the archives. We record all the sessions. This is not going to be easy access. You have to be a Patreon to access the link. So we're going to set it up that way. So that's another perk. And some of you guys might be asking, well, what if there's enough Patreons that'll exceed the guest host, or the guest instructor's required fee? So if there's any extra, we're gonna be saving that. We're gonna be saving that amount. We're gonna be putting that towards to the next month, right? In case we don't have enough patrons signed up for the next webinar. In any case, if we don't have enough supporters, people who are willing to pay the instructors together as a group, we'll go ahead and refund the money. Okay, if that makes sense. So for example, if a guest, if a webinar guest requires $500 to host a one-day seminar, for example, I'm just throwing out numbers. For example, if it's 500, but for the Patreons, the people that sign up, and for non-patrons, which is going to be $20, if we are only able to collect 300, that's 200 that we don't have enough. In that case, we will probably ask the community again, we're this much short. If you're interested, please sign up. We'll have one more push. If we still are unable to collect the full amount, we will go ahead, we will have to cancel that webinar, and that month's fee that we collected through Patreon from you guys, we'll go ahead and refund them to you. So yeah, you won't be missing out on anything. You won't be cheated. We'll go ahead and refund that to you guys. If we exceed, yes.
In the addition, which is very valuable, it's $10 a month. It's just like hamburger set a month, right? And then compare with, imagine if you need to take the same lessons in Japan, you need to pay for the flight ticket, you need to pay for your hotel, you need to pay for your own translator.
It's true.
It's just a $10 a month, so which is pretty nice.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. So because we're using all this technology, because this is so easily accessible now, if you understand Japanese, there are seminars out there where you could just go ahead and participate, but it's in Japanese. That's only if you could read and understand the language. If you don't, you probably need some kind of translator. Right now I'm doing the English one, so that's no problem. But we did one for Chinese the other day, right? I unfortunately don't speak Chinese fluently enough. I understand a little bit, but not enough to translate a whole seminar. So we had to ask somebody in the community, and because of that, we wanted to pay the translator. It was, if you spend time and effort into it, you should be rewarded. That's what we believe. That's what we believe. So that being said, $10 a month, we don't think it's that bad of a deal. But again, if we don't reach the goal, we'll go ahead and refund you guys the money. And with that, you guys not only have half off the webinar, you guys would also have the archive access. So that's worth it. It should be worth it. So going back to the excessive part. So if that guest requires $500 US, for example, and we were able to get a lot of people signed up and we collected 600, so that's $100 extra, right? What is that $100 going to be used for? That's going to be used for future webinars in case we don't meet the goal. We'll go ahead and use that, as a fund. We also want to, if you guys participated in the Fukuchi Sensei one, we were talking about creating a Riichi strategy digital book, right? A book will be in the works, but we have to collect the funds in order to make this happen. We have to ask the author to create one specifically for us in English, right? So if we bypass the publisher and if the author submits it digitally, we should be able to make this happen relatively quickly than traditional book publishing. So Any excessive funds will be put towards projects like that and other stuff that we come up with. So yeah, so that we just want to be transparent. We just want to let you guys know what we're thinking of right now, what's going to be in the works. So yeah, I think that's about it for the KIZUNA project. So if you are on the Discord server, keep an eye out. There will be something posted very soon. We would love to have your feedback because first we want to gauge if there is still interest in the webinars, because you know, if there's no interest, there's really no need for the Patreon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Masa, Junko, any last words, any last comments regarding the KIZUNA project?
Well, I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. Okay.
And we believe this project will move the community much bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
We are doing this not for the money. That's the thing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ideas that we're constantly talking, we're throwing ideas out there. We believe it's going to be possible. It's definitely possible. But it's the money part. Unless I win the lottery tomorrow, then you guys won't have to worry about it. I'll pay for it. But probability, right? You have to be efficient. You have to think efficiently. High qualities. Okay, so we'll end the stream. We'll close the stream for now. In a few minutes after a break, I will come back on my first ever live stream of a Tenho match. So Christian offered to kind of hop on. So I'll message you with the Zoom channel. Masa, Junko, if you're interested in joining, let's go ahead and do that. But yep, we'll see how good I do. We'll see. I'm only gonna play 3 max, right? Maybe 1. I don't know. I might as well do 3. Okay, so that's the plan. So if you guys are still awake, stick around. We'll close this live stream for now. Wait for the archive to come back up, and I'll see you guys back online in a few minutes.